Stum. That's right. On Friday the 28th of September, Stum presents drum and bass jump up, breaks, Euro funk and every style of drum and bass party. DJs on the night will be Mrs. Magoo with MC Bellyman, Naughty with MC Merlin, Funk Dubious, Calist, DJ Ricochet, Shaky Jake, Ashley Bedford. MCs performing on the mic will be MC Bellyman, Merlin, Delight, DGS, Rick Roller. This event is £6 entry on the door. It's at the Loft in Kettering. It's on the 28th of September and it's sponsored by Fantasy FM.
Okay, party people in the house.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Fantasy FM.
You listen to Manic's Madhouse, sponsored by Club Tech, the largest DJ and production showroom in London. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Club Tech, Twitter at Club Tech Ltd, and Instagram clubtech.ltd.
Hey, brothers and sisters, this is Super Bad, the mother of all movies. It's cool, hot, and happening. In a world of suckers and hustlers where only the strong survive. Can you dig it? Now let's hear some sounds for you street people with an ear for the action. You know what I'm saying? He's bad, he's mean, he's a love machine. The one and only Isaac Hayes.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, that was a complete mess up on the openers. I had it all worked out. It's all gone pear-shaped. Anyway, I don't care. This is Fantasy FM. I'm D-Manic. And if you haven't already guessed it, it's all about the funk today. It's all about the soul. It's taking you on a little journey. And we're going to kickstart with some Isaac Hayes. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Drop me some messages on the YouTube. Go get onto the Fantasy FM, www.fantasyfm.co.uk. Little chat box on there. Come and say hello. Out to the one like Andy Everdean already locked in. Ironically, I spent the last half an hour getting all the levels right and everything sorted, and it's all completely gone pear-shaped. Never mind. 3 hours of this. And it's not just going to be funk and soul. We're going to play some electro. We'll have a bit of old school hip-hop. A little bit of rap. See where it goes, eh? So this one is obviously Shaft, and if you didn't already know, that little guitar riff right at the beginning, Been used in a lot of places, but most famous, I reckon.
That private dick, that's a sex machine to all the chicks.
It's got to be Young MC and Know How.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man? Can you dig it? Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about? Right on. You see, this cat chef is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
What I'm talking about, Chef?
Then we can do it.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman.
John Jack.
DJ D-Manic is absolutely wicked, you know.
So you probably guess there's going to be a lot of mixing going on today. It'll just be some really good old music to give you some insight into what you listen to today. So from one icon of the 70s and the 60s, Isaac Hayes, to, well, if you don't know who the JBs are, I don't know.
Give it up, fool. 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 Give it up,
Out to the one I had the other thing. Yeah, sorry for that. I just saw that last message. Definitely, mate. Money's tight at the moment, but payday we could sort something. So loads of people sampled this one from the Jungle Brothers right through to LL Cool J and beyond. So another well-used sample right here. Again, this is Isaac Hayes and Breakthrough. Big shout out to the one like Heather, locked in, locked on. Love this track. I've got this on vinyl as well. This is a bit of Bobby Bird. And I know you got soul. And if you don't know who made this one famous, oh my God. Here, be a rock him. That's a really, really lame scratching by me on the controller right there. But you gotta have some fun, ain't you? More of the disco than the funk era, but this is John Davis. I Can't Stop. Another well sampled track.
Fantasy FM.
So this one was first made big by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince way back in the day. Time at Seventh Wonder and some Daisy Lady.
DJ D-Manic is absolutely wicked, you know.
That's everybody locked in on YouTube. Out to everybody locked in on www.fantasyfm.co.uk.
Fantasy FM.
So a real old school funky track there, Seventh Wonder, Daisy Lady. Got a good one for you from Esther Williams. Everybody should know this next one. It's been sampled by so many people, it's ridiculous.
Always in a deep depression mood.
Yes, the one that DJ Woody locked in, locked on. Don't be scared. If you want me to do some really, really crappy scratching or anything which is weird and whatever, just hit me up. I'm not too shy. I'll do it. Oh, big shout out to Jane and Nick and the Sticks, and a bigger shout out to the one like Joe. She's having her hair done right now, locked into Fantasy FM. Time for some more Brothers Johnson. And this is Ain't We Funkin' Now.
Ain't we
Out to the one like Phil. Popped into Heather's place, wondering what the hell she's listening to. This is funk, my friend. And a little bit of soul, a little bit of disco, but this is where all your modern day music comes from. That's what she's listening to. Yes. Slipping back to some James Brown. And for the classic funky drummer. One of the most sampled breaks ever, along with the Amen Brother and Think by Link. Favourite bit, not that beginning bit, this bit.
I got the holler, I felt it in my feet, feels so sweet. It's in my shape, good God, about to work me to death. It's in my shape, about to work me to death. It's in the shape. I walk the floor. I wanna walk the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. Go.
Gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie, gangsta boogie.
Right, so now we're going to Chicago gangsters and some gangster boogie. And if you know your LL Cool J, you'll remember a track called I'm Gonna Knock You Out, or Mama Said Knock You Out, sorry. And he combined both this sample and the funky drummer. There you go. Right, so we've got Heather and the Bell Bottoms busting moves in the living room. We've got Joe busting moves while she's having a haircut. What else are you guys doing? Let me know. Drop me a message on the YouTube or get onto the chat roll on the Fantasy FM webpage. Come and say hi.
Club Tech, London's #1 store for DJ and studio equipment, sponsors D-Manic on Manic's Madhouse.
Got another classic track, the Mohawks up next, and a tune called The Champ. You might not know it, we're telling you, but when you hear it, you'll go, oh, I know that. Out to Heather. This one is The Champ by the Mohawks. So the next one I got lined up is another classic one from one of my all-time favourite bands, The Meters. We're going to head south now, going down to deepest, darkest Louisiana for what I think are probably one of the best funk bands from the 60s and 70s. And this is the hand clapping song, The Meters. Right, up next we're going to go early 70s. Well, I say early, go mid 70s. With Babe Ruth. But this last one's one of me. This is the hand clapping song. If you ever get to go to the US, get yourself to New Orleans. Trust me, you'll never hear better, more invigorating music than from down there. Love this track. This one's got one of the heaviest bass lines ever sampled. This is the Mexican. Right, so keep it locked right here. If there's any Public Enemy fans, I've got to do this for the next track. Yeah, you'll see. Right, you lovely lot. Up next is a track by Fred Wesley and the JBs, and it's called Blow Your Head. And it was, well, it was the first release for what went on to become one of the biggest rap groups ever in the history of hip hop and rap music, Public Enemy. And I'm going to try and intro it the way they did, so you bear with me. And it went pear shapes, but never mind. So yeah, this is Fred Wesley and the JBs, and this is a Blow Your Head. And you'll hear one big difference from the Public Enemy release in about 2 seconds. Yes, they slowed it down. So we've got some more commercial kind of, well, you'll see. A little bit of Jackson 5. It's great to be here. This was sampled by Biz Markie, Marley Marl, and so many others. Oi, oi, sweet cheeks yourself. That's someone like Scotty V. I didn't know you was into your funk, fella. Let's see if you keep it locked or you go, oh my God, I'm bored. Having a bit of Grover Washington Jr. up after this one. With an absolute classic track that's been sampled by so many. Right, so because we're beginning of the show, I messed up the absolute intro. I messed it all up. But as you don't know now, I've got more than one sponsor now. So you got Club Tech at www.clubtech.co.uk. And my main sponsors, they are London's largest DJ and production showroom. Up after that, I've also got Delilah's Dagger, London's very bespoke, unique tattoo parlour. It's run, managed and staffed entirely by women, and they are amazing artists. And you've also got On The Sesh. Although they're all about the trance music, but you need to get and check them out. It's all the latest updates, banter, you name it. Find them at www.onthesesh.com. And then last but not least, I am a very avid and proud supporter of the Young Urban Arts Foundation. www.yuaf.org. Helping underprivileged kids in inner cities express themselves and get out of the crap they're in through music. Head over to the webpage, see how you can help out. You can help donate at the moment to get their coach and their bus back on the road. Yes, Scotty V, big up to you, man. Out to Jan. Hey, I'm glad you figured out how to chat. All about the funk today on Fantasy FM. A bit of soul, a bit of disco, even a bit of rap and hip hop and some of the electro I'm going to throw in a bit later on. Coming up next, we've got one of the masters of soul himself, some Marvin Gaye. out to the man like Grover Washington Jr., one of the finest jazz musicians around.
Fantasy FM.
You're listening to my dad, D-Manic on Fantasy FM.
So for you Marvin Gaye fans, one of his earlier tracks, this is T Plays It Cool. Yeah, I had a feeling you might like this, Jan. So we've got some Commodores coming up, some Lynn Collins, some more James Brown. Oh, it's going to be good. Might even throw some of the Steve Miller Band in just for the hell of it. Oh, now we're talking. I might have to find that one for you. Yes, Jan. All the way in California, hey, funking out right now. Big up the one like Stevie G. You're in a funk room right now, fella. So a little bit of T Plays It Cool and some Marvin Gaye. Love that track. Up next, we've got some Commodores. And one you may not know that the Commodores dropped, but it has been sampled so many times in the hip-hop rap scene and the hardcore drum and bass and jungle scene. The actual break itself is about 2/3 of the way through, but it's a good tune all nonetheless. So this one is called The Assembly Line. Bearing in mind this is back in the 70s, the message is just as important today. Listen to the lyrics of this track. This is the Commodores, The Assembly Line. To be honest, this is one of the only other tracks that gives me actual goosebumps from back in the day.
Children, the ones we haven't made.
From the moment they're born. You know, from the moment they're born.
All about the funk, Scotty V. And I don't know if you've been listening to the lyrics of this track, but it's all about how we are on the assembly line. We don't get given a choice. We're taught to be who we are, what we are, and how we think, and that's it. And this is from the 70s, and we're still saying it now. Right, hold tight, everybody. For those who love their breakbeats, the actual breakbeat is coming up very, very shortly. Sampled everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Not always easy to hear, but it's always there. Right, hold tight, we're going to go back to the James Brown era. Some of Lynn Collins. Late 60s, early 70s.
Hey fellas, I'm talking to you too. Do you guys know who I'm talking to? Those
Made famous, I'm guessing, by Rob Bass and Easy Rock. It Takes Two. They literally ripped this whole track off. But you've got, well, you'll hear it. You'll know how many times it's been sampled.
So from now on, we're going to use what we got to get what we want. So you'd better think,
Hold tight, the Rob Bass crew.
It takes two to make a thing go right. Come on. It takes two to make it out of sight.
So many samples in this.
Don't say it's easy. No, it can be rough. Just plain living. Sometimes it's kind of tough. If it's not in your vision, don't make no decision. Hey, yeah.
Link Collins with the JBs. Backed by James Brown.
Taking care of me, I know I'm able. You may not call it true, but I won't do nothing that you won't do. Said I won't do nothing that you won't do.
Right, so the next one is by Dyke and the Blazers. It's been sampled, it's been covered. And you know what, it's a feel-good track, so I'm going to play it.
Some people say we're living in a joke.
So this is Let a Woman Be a Woman.
Yes, they did.
Let a Man Be a Man.
Going up in the smoke. I got a message they need to know. Gotta let a woman be a woman. Let a man be a man. Gotta let a woman be a woman. Let a man be a man. Some people call me Broadway tramp now. They even said yes they did. Had no place to stay. Listen, 'cause I hung around now down on Broadway. Gotta let a woman be a woman. Let a man be a man. Gotta let a woman be a woman. Let a man be a man. But listen, dig it now. Some people don't like the way Sally walk. Hey, fella. Yeah, man. Y'all see anything wrong with Sally's walk? No. All right, then. Tell me about it. Gotta let a woman be a woman. Let a man be a man. Gotta let a woman be a woman now. Let a man be a man.
Right, so floating up next. Gonna get away from the Dyke and the Blazers. We're gonna go into some Cool and the Gang.
Me alone.
Another track that was heavily sampled by the hip-hop rap groups. Mainly the Jungle Brothers, but it went into the jungle drum and bass scene as well. You're gonna love this. This is NT. Now to me, this is funk. If you know your hip hop, if you know your jungle, your drum and bass, your hardcore, I want you to count the amount of times you hear, oh, I've heard that sampled. Trust me. Right, so is there any fans of the Pointer Sisters? I'm going to take you back to one of their very, very, very earliest tunes. And it was sampled by, well, Queen Latifah, Biz Markie. There's a few more, I think, as well.
We gotta help each man be a better man with the kindness that
somebody. Yes, we can, I know we can. Gosh, your body. We can make it, y'all. Oh, yeah, we can make it, y'all. Oh, only try. Yeah, we can make it, y'all. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard.
Right, up next we've got some Jimmy Case the Bunch. One of my favourite tracks when I was a kid, even though it came out like another 20 years before I was born. Well, no, it's an exaggeration. Probably 8 years before I was born. Oh, I feel old now.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
If anybody loves Jennifer Lopez, they should know that already because she sampled the crap out of that. I think it was called Get Right, wasn't it?
Watch me now. Feel the groove. And there's something gonna make you move.
Right, we're running up to the halfway point. And I've loved this so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. This next little sample rolling up on this one is Jungle Brothers used this one, as did Schoolie D. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to switch to some hip-hop and rap just so you can hear some of the samples that were used. Crazy to think everybody locked in listening right now. Every track I've played tonight, these guys and girls have all been pioneers of what you all take for granted now. Everything you listen to now stemmed from this.
DJ D-Manic is absolutely wicked, you know.
Right, so going back to one of my favourite female artists, if you've guessed, Lynn Collins. And this is It's My Thing.
I can do what I want to do. You can tell me who to talk it to. It's my thing. I can do what I want to do. You can tell me who to talk it to. You don't want me to love you. It ain't no big deal. You don't want to leave me, man. It ain't no big deal. I don't need love as much as you. Make me no difference who you talking to. It's my thing. I can do what I want to do. You can tell me who to talking to. It's my thing.
So that breakbeat there is Public Enemy. And the vocals, It's My Thing, is EPMD. Right, going to roll into probably one of my all-time favourite soul and funk groups of the 60s and 70s and early 80s. A little bit of KC and the Sunshine Band. And if anybody remembers a big track in the mid-90s, you'll know exactly what this tune is. All you got to say is Redhead Kingpin and the FBI. it's really sad that Casey and the Sunshine Band are only ever really remembered for the cheese was that's the way, amazing. Right, so coming up next, we've got some Rolling Stones. Who would have thought they would have been sampled? But we've got a bit of Tone Loc completely ripped off this next track. Some Rolling Stones and the Honky Tonk Woman. Yes, I know it's not funk. Right, we're going to get back into the funk after this one. I had to drop a bit of Rolling Stones in, you know what I mean? So there you have it, Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Woman. That was sampled by Tone Loc. Now the next one is by Funkadelic and it's called You'll Like It Too. Now you might not know that track or know that group, but Eric B. and Rakim made this sample famous. Right, so are there any Bill Withers fans? I do like a little bit of Bill Withers every now and then. Normally if I've got a lady, which hasn't happened for a very long time, but there you go. So that's what we're going to play next, a little bit of Bill Withers. This is Funkadelic, and you'll like it too. Now this sample, jungle, hardcore, drum and bass, but first of all, Jungle Brothers in the hip hop scene. Right, I'm guessing by the drop in viewers I need to switch it up to maybe something a bit more hip-hop, rap, maybe a bit of electro. We've had funk for the last hour and 40 minutes, so yeah, I think we can do that. I've just got one more funk track to play, and that's going back to the master himself, Mr. James Brown.
Don't stop, what you put on the rock, what you put on the rock and pat your foot. Don't stop, what you put on the rock, what you put on the rock and pat your foot. Don't stop, what you put on the rock, what you put on the rock and pat your foot. Don't stop, what you put on the rock, what you put on the rock and pat your foot. Don't stop, what you put on the rock, what you put on the rock and pat your foot.
Right, ramping up the last track, the funk side of it. This is going to be James Brown. Now I'm going to switch to some of the old school hip hop, rap, and electro that sampled these tunes that I've played already tonight. So sit back and enjoy.
Fantasy FM.
You're listening to my dad, D-Manic on Fantasy FM.
What a drummer.
London's #1 store for DJ and studio equipment, D-Manic on Manic's Madhouse.
Fantasy FM. www.fantasyfm.co.uk. London's original pirate radio station.
Right, so you heard me play the original track that sampled this. So here we go. And I made a mess of it when I was trying to scratch it, but there you go.
Yo, Chuck, what's the move, man? I was on my way up here to the studio, you know what I'm saying? And this brother stopped me and asked me, yo, what's up with that brother Chucky D? He swear he nice. I said, yo, the brother don't swear he nice, he knows he's nice, you know what I'm saying? So Chuck, I got a feeling you turning into a public enemy, man. Now remember that line you was kicking to me on the way out to LA Lounge in Queens while we was in the car on our way to the shop? Well, yo, right now, kick the bass for them brothers and let them know what goes on.
What goes on? Well, put it up on the board. Another rapper shot down from the mouth that roared. 1, 2, 3, down for the count. The result of my lyrics, oh yes, no doubt. Cold rock rap, 49 supreme is what I choose and I use. I never lose to a team, cause I can go solo like a Tyson photo. Make the fly girls wanna have my photo. Run in a room, hang it on the wall. In remembrance that I rock them all. Suckers, ducks, so hum MCs. You can't rock the kids, so go cut the cheese. Take this application of rhymes like these. My rap's red hot, 110 degrees. So don't start basing, I'll start blazing. Bet on that you'll be disgracing. You in your mind for my beat, for my rhymes. A time for a crime that I can't find. I show you my gun, my Uzi weighs a ton because I'm public enemy number one.
A random sad fact. I remember hearing this on Radio 1, Tim Westwood, back in the day. I think it was like 1986, 1987, something like that. Their first major release. Welcome back to One Like Heather. We're going to slide into the hip hop and the rap now. Maybe a little bit of the electro. Kicking it off with Public Enemy, number 1 by Public Enemy. Chuck D and the man Flavor Flav. Saw these boys at the Brixton Academy on the Def Jam tour back in the 80s. Oh my God. Right, up next, before we got mashups now. You can go and buy mashup CDs where some DJ will use electronic equipment to sample stuff and loop it and set it all together. Back in the day, back in the 80s, when they didn't have that, they just had a bare-up Akai sampler. You had these guys called Double D and Stein Ski, and they did the history of hip-hop. It was lessons 1, 2, and 3. This is lesson 3.
We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The torch has been passed.
Just see how many of these samples you heard me play tonight that are in this.
Lesson 3.
The message is Mars needs women.
We interrupt this record to bring you a special bulletin. The reports of a flying saucer hovering over the city have been confirmed.
Hip-hop. Hip-hop. Hip-hop.
Just remember, there probably isn't many of the samples that I played tonight here. But, Apache, incredible bongo band, here we go.
I know a dark, secluded place, a place where no one knows your face, a glass of wine, a fast embrace. It's called Hernando's Hideaway. Ole.
Part of this song you got to watch, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't have to say anything and you don't have to do anything. Oh, maybe just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and...
With you till the cows come home. On second thought, I'd rather dance with the cows till you come home.
I gotta be fair, I knew you played this track tonight, Let's Dance. So, sticking with Double D and Steinski, we're going to go to lesson 1 next.
And say, children, what does it all mean?
You see,
one. So this one is lesson 1.
We come to the payoff.
The payoff mix. All about the old school hip hop, the electro.
Punk, rock, new wave of soul, pop music, salsa, rock and roll, calypso, reggae, rhythm and blues. Master mix those #1 tunes. Play that favorite song of mine and accept my calls on the request line. DJ will play just for you, but I gotta get down and show I know how to. Round.
Fantasy FM.
Move it. Move it, rap on it. You can play it and 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 play it all night long, and I'll listen to it over and over again and again and again and again while you play my song. Yes, and I'll keep on dancing and keep on dancing, having fun until the morning sun. Play it for me. Just play it for me. Oh, he's a king of every beat. The one-man band, 7 days a week. A passionate pain, a radio celebrity of every disco. The one with the gifted fingertips. Music is his bag of tricks. Go ahead, Mr. Disc Jockey. Play that beat. Play
Check
it.
this out.
Play for the punk rock. Play for the hip hop. Play it on the radio.
Sure, do you love the Supreme Team show?
Play for Globe. CLOVE. Play it in the playground. Play it on the street. Play for Wizkid. Just play that beat. I tumble. Master mix those #1 tunes.
Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Hop forward, hop back, hop, hop, hop.
Played it for her, you play it for me. Played it for her, you play it for me. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it.
Hey, kick it.
Master mix those #1 tunes. Everybody say one. Flash 1 time. Everybody say 2. Flash 2 times. Say 3. Flash 3 times. Say 4. Flash 1 time.
New York is red hot. New York is red hot. New York is red hot.
It's feeling real good, baby. Yeah. So good. It's so good. 'Cause I can do it right.
Check it out. There's not a problem that I can't fix, because I can do it in the mix.
Everybody's dancing, and we're having a real good time.
Just play
say, children, what does it all mean?
Do you know what? Anybody my age will know that back then you had an Atari ST520, an Akai 800 sampler, and that was it. There was none of this computer stuff. It was all done by ear. It was, well, anyway, you get it. But this is lesson 2. This is the James Brown mix now by Double D and Steinski.
We take you to the Hotel Martinet in Brooklyn, where Bobby Millett and his orchestra are offering a program of dance music.
So you hear a few of the samples I played earlier on tonight in this one.
Lesson 2.
I'd like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul? Introducing the world's greatest entertainer, Mr. Dynamite, the amazing Mr. Please Please himself, the hardest working man in show business. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show, James
Brown.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on up like a sex machine, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on up like a sex machine, get on up. Wait a minute. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Put your pants up.
I thought I got a putty cat.
To ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Excuse me, y'all. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life.
Gorgeous, pretty, fine girls, tourists from around the world, executives in the business suits, Texans in the cowboy boots, officials of the government, and those on unemployment drive around in limousines to rock the beat. We'll see, rock the house, y'all.
Now then, let us have some fun.
What's up, Doc? Cha-cha-cha, forward, back, cha-cha-cha, back, forward.
What you gonna play now? Get up off of that thing and shake it. You feel better. Get up off of that thing and shake it. Say it now. Get up off of that thing.
Out to Jan, out to Stevie G.
Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure.
Well, how about cutting a reaper?
Out to Lee. Not sure if you lost it in on the YouTube, but this is lesson 2, Double D and Steinski, the James Brown mix. Gonna go all hip hop for you guys again after this one with some LL Cool J. Right, hold tight. We're going to go full on hip hop rap now.
Hey, children.
Hope you enjoy the Double D and Steinski trilogy.
Come on, man. And with the local DBC news, LL Cool J with a triumphant comeback. More solo. But tonight, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen
So, 1991. How old do you feel now? No, Boseman Jax isn't, mate, I'm afraid. I dropped a funky drummer and I dropped Gangster Boogie earlier. You can hear them in this. In fact, the main beat running through this is the funky drummer. And there's Gangster Boogie. Right, so any fans of the hardcore era, Ascen, Trip to the Moon Part 1, 2 and 3, literally rip that bit of that tune. Gonna go back to the late 80s after this next one. I think it's 88. And some ultra magnetic MCs. So you're only really gonna know this tune if you're a real hip hop head. But they did sample a track I played earlier. Time for some Papa Large and some ultra magnetic MCs. This is the A Skills Papa Soul remix.
You got it, you got it, yeah, you got it, remix. You got it, 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 you got it. I know you got soul.
Furthermore, the hype tip. I roll and rock and roll, jazz and pop, rhythm and Club Deck, London's #1 store for DJ and studio equipment, sponsors D-Manic and Manic's Madhouse.
You got it. You got it. I know you got soul.
Big shout on the East Coast.
If you think you wouldn't be in here, I know you got soul.
Big shout on the East Coast.
If you think you wouldn't say that, babe.
Big shout on the East Coast. Now I'm back to funk, freak the funk, hype the funk, swipe the funk, and all that junk. I get busy on them.
Oh, and if you like your drum and bass in your jungle, they rip that last little verse off.
Freak the funk, hype the funk, swipe the funk, and all that junk. Now I'm back to funk, freak the funk, hype the funk, swipe the funk, and all that junk. Now I'm back to funk, freak the funk, hype the funk, swipe the funk, and all that junk. I get busy on them. Communicate with the world, man, woman, a baby boy and a girl, Papa Large. Looking out the bombs drop, taking stride while you're facing arms drop. Stop, look, learn to read, learn to write, learn to talk, learn to walk, and watch your step though. I'm hyping right though, a kleptomaniac, a rhyme a psycho. Now Ricky Ricardo, a guy Lombardo. I'm sporting a rag top and El Dorado. Stepping to Hollywood, I swing in a boulevard. The rhymes are game tight, I'm ready to pull a card. Jack, an ace, king or queen, call me the deuce. I'm pouring out like juice, hitting the top, filling the rim, hitting the trim. I never rhyme like them. On and on, on and on, on and on.
You got it. 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 I know you got soul.
Big shout on the East Coast.
If you think you wouldn't be in here, I know you got soul.
Big shout on the East Coast.
If you think you wouldn't say that, babe.
Big shout on the East Coast.
Right, up next we're going to go some EPMD.
East Coast.
Ooh, I just see that was peaking a bit there. Sorry if that was too loud and distorting. So up next we've got some EPMD and a track called It's My Thing. As you remember earlier, I played a track by Lynn Collins called It's My Thing. So listen up.
And the stadium is packed. There's a lot of crowd out there today. Let's hear them play.
MCs out there, you better stand clear. EPMD is a world premiere. From New York, straight talk, America's best. Cold Wild Long Island is where we rest.
The style of the rap makes your hands clap. Take care of yourself because the lines are strapped. They mean business, no time for play. If you buy a line, they blow you away. The more you bite, your body gets hot. Don't get too close because you might get shot. No one out my rhyme like a poisonous rat. Don't play dumb, boy, you're smarter than that.
That's my thing.
This is taken from their first album.
The rhythmatic style keeps the rhyme flowing. The
Strictly Business.
Without you knowing, can't understand why your body's getting weaker. Then you realize it's the voice from the speaker. The mind become delirious. Situation serious. Don't get ill. Go and get curious.
Enough about that. Let's get on to something better. And if it gets warm, take off the hot sweater. And if you want some water, I get you a cup. And if you don't want it, then burn the hell up. I'm telling you now, boy, you ain't jack. Talking much junk like Mr. T at your back, but he's not. So don't act cute, cause if you do, you in high pursuit.
It's my thing. As the song goes on, you will notice a change. The way I throw down, the way I say my name. The mic that I'm packing is flame resistant, so it's be cool and keep your distance. When I walk into the party, girls are screaming at me. I park my mic in my hose, and then I yell freeze. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Music, please.
where was I? Oh yes, say a death rhyme, then I put 'em the rest. Every time I rock a rhyme, I can tell that you like it. The notion is strong like the mind of a psychic. The mind is weary, floating like a dove, sweating the things like a Jewels make a love. Control the crowd so they can accept it. Total concentration is the perfect method.
It's my thing. Subtract, the strong I attack. The ones who got the mic and freeze, I throw back. I perfect and eject, make MC sweat. Take them off on the mic, then I tell them step. Not waiting or debating, cause MC keep hating. Playing me too close, like two dogs mating.
Now let's get on with the rest of the lesson. Don't really like it when suckers start messing. Trying to make a scene, talking very loud. Talking much junk to attract the crowd. You say you want to battle, your first mistake. You get quiet and stuff like you was out of way. End up beginning, you knew you wasn't winning. Now you feel shame, your head starts bending. Kind of upset, boy, I understand you lost again. I won, goddamn.
It's my thing. Fresh lyrics, put you in the spirit. I'll speak a little louder for you suckers can't hear it. The rhymes I design are right on time, and at the crown of my mic, flash a danger sign, cause I'm the thriller of Manila. MC cold killer, drink Budweiser, cannot stand Miller. MC's cold clock until the party's through. Then they tap me on my shoulder and say this buzz for you.
To be a real MC, you can't be obedient. To be smooth is the main ingredient. You have to be silky like a Milky Way. To be able to make it work, you rest and play. I control the pace of the way the rhyme's going. Hydraulic jack is the way they're flowing. Slow, yes, just like they order. Comparison is wave like the motion of water. Smooth.
While the record is spinning, got your fly girly grinning. MD is on the mic, you know I'm only beginning. Rhymes fresher than fresh, never heard me fast. Scored 110 on my MC test. My rhymes are stronger than Tyson. Hold the MC license when I grab the mic. MCs get frightened.
I'm dangerous, I eat across some bones. Lounge on, boy, you in the danger zone. What I mean by lounge, I don't mean biting. You mess around and we'll be fighting. It's alright if you bite, but don't recite because the rhymes are mine. And that ain't right, but until just chill to the next episode. Diamond J, yo, release the chord.
It's my thing.
Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. We're going to jump forward about 10 years, but we're going to stick with the Lynn Collins samples. You're going to love this. This is Above the Law and Freedom of Speech.
Yo, what's happening, man? Yo, they trying to come down on the ATO when we speak. They say we on the negative tip. What's up?
Now I'ma kick away our style best smoother than usual. It's from above the law, so see it's crucial. High beats are kicking and ripping yo with a funky touch. It's done the ruthless way, so see it's too much. D-O-P-E, please don't misdefine it. That's the way that I live, and that's the style of my rhyme. That's on time, just like your watch keeps sticking. KMG. On my side, so that my knowledge keeps sticking. Now what's really known as a radio cut when you can't say shit and you can't say fuck? I really think you wanna hear it, but the radio station, you see, they still gonna fear it. Yo, I thought this country was based upon freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of your own religion to make your own decision. That's baloney, cause if I gotta play by your rules, I'm being phony. Yo, I got to cater to this person and that person. I got the rhyme for the white or the black person. Why can't it all be equal? Music is a universal language for all people. I better get off the rebellious tip before somebody out there say I'm starting to slip. I ain't tripping, I'm steadily flowing and throwing, giving you a dope style, keeping me on top of the pile. Cause ATL will soon take over the nation. And if you don't wanna hear,
oh, and if you're listening, Funky Drummer is in the background there.
Sink in your mind, creep from behind, so fast that you won't have time to deny a brother that's from the streets, trying to teach, hoping to reach. Yo, 187's not one that's known to preach, but I wish for each to have freedom of speech.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press.
They'll milk you to make it understood. They make it go so that it tastes real good. Two, to see you fall right in it. Your minds are small. They feed you like infants, like children. They bring you along. They say we're wrong for making a rap song, but ATL hit you straight up jam after jam. Long as we say what we won't make our snaps, we don't give a damn. Those that wanna sell out need to get the fuck out the business, cause they ain't doing nothing time I release. Whether I talk about violence or talk about peace. Cause violence is something that happens in society when people are living low and don't know where they can go. But peace, I think we all want peace, but it's too much to face and it's too far to reach. Whether I say my rhyme fast, slow, sloppy, or neat. See, I wish when I do it to have freedom of speech.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press.
Now if they ban me, I don't give a fuck. Chalk it up an experience.
Yeah, bad luck.
Because I'm ballin' with Laylaw's clout. And if he say that it stays, the shit comes out. Cause in the early days when rap first began, some fool jumped up and said the tune would end. But nowadays, I hear song after song, and it proved to me that the fool was wrong. So yo, cut the bullshit all set aside. It's time for the people to realize about the things that happen in the ghetto, which those try to hide when they know we just strive to survive.
The homie said he have a job if you give him a break.
But when he gets it,
he goes by the other man's ways.
Now see, there's just one more thing I have to talk about how they say rap music is turning the kids out. You never give your child credit for what he can do, plus the way that the raised are really up to you. Rap music, a form of literature, words and verbs and adjectives painted up like a picture. Yo, it's gonna hit you, yo, it's gonna get you. And when I'm all finished up, it's gonna fit you.
Hitting the nation,
station to station,
heavy rotation.
So strong that it's keeping the pace, and we will speak out on any situation. But when we do it, yo, we gotta have freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Another message that's still quite powerful today. Freedom of speech.
Yo, Code 187.
Amazing. I'm going to drop a cutter by Ice-T in a minute.
Dre.
One going back to the use of freedom of speech on the radio, which is still very prevalent today. So you guys know to follow us DJs that we play out on Facebook, whatever. We get cut short because of copyright.
And we out, and we out.
And the freedom of speech.
And we out, 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 and we out.
But this next one by Ice-T, keeping it on the East Coast, is one of his earlier ones. This is from the album Original Gangster.
Original Gangster.
Ago, I used to listen to rappers flow, talking about the way they rock the mic at the disco. I like how that shit was going down. Dreamt about ripping the mic with my own sound. So I tried to write rhymes something like them. My boy said, that ain't you, Ice, that shit sounds like him. So I sat back, thought up a new track, didn't fantasize, kicked the pure facts. Motherfuckers got scared cause they was unprepared. Who would tell it how it really was, who dared? A motherfucker from the West Coast, LA, South Central, fool, where the Crips and the Bloods play. When I wrote about parties, it didn't fit. That was the real shit.
OG, original gangster. 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 OG, original gangster.
When I wrote about parties, someone always died. When I tried to write happy, yo, I knew I lied. Cause I live a life of crime. Why play a blind? A simple looking anyone with 2 cents would know I'm a hardcore player from the streets. Rapping about hardcore topics over hardcore drum beats. A little different than the average though. Jet you through the fast lane, drop you on death row. Cause anybody who's been there knows that life ain't so lovely on the blood so fast track. That invincible shit don't work. Throw you in the joint, you'll be coming out feet first. So I blast the mic with my style. Sometimes I'm ill and other times buck wild. But the science is always there. I'd be a true sucker if I act like I didn't care. I rap for brothers just like myself. Dazed by the game and a question.
You know what? You know what?
I can't get to your heart real.
I'm going to drop this next one because us guys on Fantasy FM, we try and play stuff that is underground. It brings back memories. It brings you back to the days when you was raving, clubbing, whatever. We try and bring back those good vibes. We're not trying to rip people off. We're not trying to do people out of money or anything, but we have been shut down by Facebook, by YouTube, by everybody. And some of these guys are playing some real underground stuff on Fantasy FM, and they're still getting shut down. So here's something from back in the 80s that Ice-T dropped on one of his very first albums, The Iceberg. Have a listen. See what you think. This was based on a class action lawsuit that actually happened legally in the US.
Hey, yo, Ice, man, I'm working on this term paper for college. What's the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech. That's some motherfucking bullshit. You say the wrong thing, they'll lock your ass up quick. The FCC says profanity, no airplay. They can suck my dick while I take a shit all day. Think I give a fuck about some silly bitch named Gore? Yo, PMRC, here we go. War. Yo, Tip, what's the matter? You ain't getting no dick. You bitching about rock and roll. That's censorship, dumb bitch. The Constitution say we all got a right to speak. Say what we want, Tip. Your argument is weak. Censor records, TV, school books too. And who decides what's right to hear you? Hey, PMRC, you stupid fucking assholes. The sticker on the record is what makes it so gold. Can't you see? You alcoholic idiots. The more you try to suppress us, the larger we get. Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Yeah. Just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Yeah, boy. Just watch what you say. You have the right to remain silent. Fuck that right. I want the right to talk. I want the right to speak. I want the right to walk where I wanna. Yelling, I'm gonna tell and rebel every time I'm on a microphone on the stage, cold illin'. The knowledge I drop will be heard by millions. We ain't the problems, we ain't the villains. It's the suckers, the problem, the truth from our children. You can't hide the fact, Jack. There's violence in the streets every day. Any fool can recognize that. But you try to lie and say America's some motherfucking apple pie. Yo, you gotta be high to believe that you're gonna change the world by a sticker on a record sleeve. Cause once you take away my right to speak, everybody in the world's up shit creek.
Fantasy FM.
Yeah. Just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Yeah, boy. Just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Ha. You better watch what you say.
Explicit lyrics. Explicit lyrics.
Let me tell you about down south. The real motherfucker might as well not even have a mouth. Columbus, Georgia said they'd lock me up if I got on the stage in my show and said fuck. So I thought for a minute and said no, I wasn't even gonna do a damn show. Cause for me to change my words for my rhymes was never gonna happen cause there's no sellouts on mine. But I vowed to get those motherfuckers one day. They even arrested Bobby Brown and Cool J. Yo, they got this coming cause I'm mad and I'm gunning, homeboys, and there's no running. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you. No bull, no lies, no slack, just straight fact. Columbus, Georgia, you can suck my dick. You ain't nothing but a piece of fucking shit on the damn map. Freedom of speech. Yeah, just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Yeah, you better watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say.
Parental advisory. Parental advisory.
Freedom of speech, let them take it from me, next they'll take it from you. Then what you gonna do? Let them censor books, let them censor art. PMRC, this is where the witch hunt starts. You'll censor what we see, we read, we hear, we learn. The books will burn. You better think it out. We should be able to say anything. Our lungs were meant to shout. Say what we feel, yell out what's real. Even though it may not bring mass appeal. Your opinion is yours, my opinion is mine. If you don't like what I'm saying, fine. But don't close it, always keep an open mind. A man who fails to listen is blind. We only got one right left in the world today. Let me have it or throw the Constitution away. Freedom of speech. Yeah, just watch what you say. Freedom of speech. You better watch what you say. Freedom of speech. Yeah, boy, you better watch what you say.
Explicit lyrics. Explicit lyrics.
What they're trying to do with radio, with this McCarran-Walter Act and a lot of other ways, is start by saying that they're protecting the public from wicked rock bands or girly magazines or whatever, but if you follow the chain of dominoes that falls down, what they're really trying to do is shut off our access to information itself. If they can't do it by law, they know there's other ways to do it.
Boom. What can I say? Now, listen, that's two tracks that I've played. One from the early 70s, one from the mid-80s, that both go on to say about how we are controlled. Anyway, moving away from the political agenda, we're going to go to something which is still in touch with Ice-T. He launched a label called The Syndicate, and a British group based in Brixton literally smashed the radar, got signed by Ice-T, and this, for me, is one of their best tracks off their album, Hijack the Terrorist Group. This is The Bad Man Is Robin.
The bad man
Out to Jane and Nick. Yeah, it's a little bit off the radar for what I'm playing at the moment.
Jericho by Hijack.
Now listen to the lyrics, you'll see how much of this has been sampled for hardcore, for drum and bass, for jungle.
Pow, pow, pow. Automatic, feel the panic, got to have it. I'm the Joker, I'm the smoker, off the Riddler. Let the fiddler play the theme from the scene. Made by DJ Supreme, eliminated, Terminator, exterminated with a star complicated but rated.
Yoy, bad boy, come again, style again, throw down once again.
Adversaries, I will ferry to cemeteries, then I'll bury my arrival. Rap survival, co-defending the title. Assassinator, resuscitator, star invader of the late great Cape Crusader. Rhyme attacker, hijacker, the rhyme writer, the crime fighter, terrorizing, energizing, the Batmobile with wheels of steel. Undercover steals the wheel, the low profile, most versatile child, number one undercover, the inventor of wild style. And the monster, Ulysses, new Avenger, who contester, new contender. Take your seating or take a beating. Hijack is no greeting. Assassinator, resuscitator, star invader of the late great Cape Crusader. Pow, 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 pow. Zap, 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 zap.
Gonna go a little bit. Not commercial, but I'm going to go a little bit more. Well, everybody knows the next track, whatever. NWA and Above the Law. He's got many credits to his little history. And he dropped an album, literally called his name. And this next track's off that album. So this is Forgot About Dre, off the album Dr. Dre, featuring a certain rapper.
Still the same OG, but I've been low-key. Hated on by most these niggas with no cheese. No deals and no G's, no wheels and no keys. No boats, no snowmobiles and no skis. Mad at me cause I can finally afford to provide my family with groceries. Got a crib with a studio and it's all full of tracks to add to the wall full of plaques. Hanging up in the office and back of my house like trophies. Did y'all think I'ma let my dough freeze? Hold please, you better bow down on both knees. Who you think taught you to smoke trees? Who you think brought you to ODs? Eazy-E's, Ice Cubes and DOCs, the Snoop D-O-double-G's, and a group that said motherfuck the police. Gave you a tape full of dope beats to bump when you stroll through in your hood. And when your album sales wasn't doing too good, who's the doc that he told you to go see? Y'all better listen up closely. All you niggas that said that I turn pop or the firm flop, y'all are the reason that Dre ain't been getting no sleep. So fuck y'all, all of y'all. If y'all don't like me, blow me. Y'all are gonna keep fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? What? Or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? One of his off things in the blood of your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye.
Right, so for the last 25 minutes, I'm going to go back to the electro side of stuff. Played the hip hop, we played the gangster rap. I just wanted you guys to sort of, it's about the freedom of speech and stuff.
Fuck you too, bitch, call the cops. I'ma kill you and them loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. And when the cops came through, me and Dre stood next to a burnt down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, and still weren't found out. Right here, so from here on out, it's the chronic too. Starting the day and tomorrow's a new, and I'm still local enough to chuck you to death with a Charleston chew. Chicka, 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 Slim Shady. Hotter than a set of twin babies. And a Mercedes Benz with the windows up when the tip goes up to the mid-80s. Calling men ladies. Sorry, Doc, but I've been crazy. There's no way that you can save me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre.
If it was up to me, you motherfuckers stop coming up to me with your hands out, looking up to me like you want something free. When my last CD was out, you wasn't bumping me, but now that I got this little company, everybody wanna come to me like it was some disease, but you won't get a crumb from me, cause I'm from the streets of. I told them all them little gangsters, who you think helped mold them all? Now you wanna run around talking about guns like I ain't got none. What you think, I sold them all? Cause I stay well off. Now all I get is hate mail all day saying Dre fell off. What? Cause I've been in the lab with a pen in the pad trying to get this damn label off. I ain't having that. This is the millennium of aftermath. It ain't gonna be nothing after that. So give me one more platinum plaque and fuck rap, you can have it back. So where's all the mad rappers at? It's like a jungle in this habitat. But all you savage cats know that I was strapped with gats when you were cuddling a cabbage patch.
Nowadays, everybody wanna.
Right, so we're gonna go back to the 80s, stroke 90s.
Gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they
A
forgot
little
about
bit
Dre.
of Paul
Nowadays,
Hardcastle
everybody
coming up.
something to say, but
You know what that is.
their lips just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre.
So some Paul Hardcastle, and this is the 12-inch version of
Vietnam seemed like
19.
But it wasn't. It was different in many ways, and so were those who did the fighting. In World War II, the average age of the combat soldier was 26. In Vietnam, he was 19. 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 19.
The heaviest fighting of the past 2 weeks continued today, 25 miles northwest of Saigon.
I wasn't really sure what was going on. 19. In Vietnam, the combat soldier typically served a 12-month tour of duty, but was exposed to hostile fire almost every day. 19.
In Saigon, a U.S. military spokesman said today more than 700 enemy troops were killed last week in that sensitive border area. Throughout all of South Vietnam, the enemy lost a total of 2,689 soldiers.
You're 18 years old and you're wearing somebody's brains around on your shirt because they got their head blown off right next to you. And that's not supposed to affect you. I can never understand. What would scare me is if we were to send a group of 18-year-olds 12,000 miles away and subject them to a year of that obscenity and have them not be affected. That's what would frighten me.
According to a Veterans Administration study, half of the Vietnam combat veterans suffer from what psychiatrists call post-traumatic stress disorder. Many vets complain of alienation, rage, or guilt. Some succumb to suicidal thoughts. 8 to 10 years after coming home, almost 800,000 men are still fighting the Vietnam War.
get it on the electro now. Sit back, relax, enjoy. We've got 20 minutes left before I call it a night. Hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. We've had some fun. I've enjoyed it. Some Paul Hardcastle on 19, and now we've got some Africa Bambaataa and a bit of the Soul Sonic Force and Looking for the Perfect Beat. Yes, big shout out to Nick and Jane in the Six. Love you guys. Let's come down again soon. We'll have to do another night like we did before. That was amazing. Yes, yes. Looking forward to seeing you guys up in Birmingham at Anomaly. So we got from Soul Sonic Force a bit of Al Naifish, the Soul. Inside the last 15. Going to be calling it a night very, very soon, but thank you to everybody who's locked in and locked on throughout. You have my utmost respect. I love you for it. Been a bit off the radar today. We've been playing funk, soul, jazz, electro, hip-hop. Not the sort of thing you get on Fantasy FM, but there you go. So once again, I want to thank everybody who's locked in and locked on.
Fantasy FM.
You listen to Manic's Madhouse, sponsored by Club Tech, the largest DJ and production showroom in London. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Club Tech, Twitter at Club Tech Ltd, and Instagram clubtech.ltd.
DJ D-Manic is absolutely wicked, you know.
You're listening to my dad, D-Manic on Fantasy FM.
Keeping it back in the 80s. Something electro. This is Jam on Revenge by Nucleus. The Wiki song. Right, I've got one more after this. We're going with the Johnson Crew after this one.
Well, check this out. Well, make it fast.
This is going from Nucleus to the Johnson Crew. This is Pack Jam. And this is the last one from me tonight on Fantasy FM. I'm going to chill after this. I hope you enjoyed it. We've gone funk, we've gone soul, we've gone jazz, we've gone electro, we've gone hip-hop, we've gone, gangster, you name it. We've gone everywhere. Peace out. Big ups. I love you guys. Thank you once again for locking in and locking on.
Fantasy FM.
Right, you lovely lot. It's been a pleasure as always. Keep it locked to the one and only Fantasy FM. www.fantasyfm.co.uk. I shall be back next Thursday. Different genre. We're going to go somewhere different next week. But you know where it makes sense. If you're into your old school, if you like, yeah, you know it. Anyway, peace out. Big ups, big love. Catch you guys next Thursday.
Fantasy FM. Fantasy FM.